All right, welcome back, everyone. To Isyour6covered. Appreciate you showing up. It has been 3 weeks. 3 weeks of no live chats. 3 weeks of no videos. It is it's been crazy. So tonight we're drinking Gold Peak. We'll wait for some of you guys to show up. You're probably going, he's still on YouTube? Now it's been a good 3 weeks. It's been kind of refreshing not to be making videos because it gets old. It gets burnt out. I was burnt out there for a while. We got Derby Pyro 187 in the house. Skull DW, Joe M. I am alive. SoFlo Impact. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys that have emailed, called, wondering where the heck I've been, making sure I'm alive. It does mean a lot. I know we had Otter and DW and a few others that had emailed me just saying, hey, man, you okay? Everything good? So I do appreciate that. Just kind of a resting, recovering, kind of got burnt out a little bit on shooting. I did shoot a match this last Saturday, and that was a lot of fun, actually. And I'm glad that I need to get some more matches in the books. Sign up for those. And how you guys are pouring in now. What's up? C-Beck is in the house. Had a chance to shoot with Mr. Chris Beck. That was a lot of fun. We were on the same squad, so that was cool. We got MXJ23, LZUSA. We got Mr. KK out there. I'm no longer in California, KK. I've been out of Cali for 7 years now. Thank goodness. And Richard Arthur. Welcome, welcome. John Rollins. Sean D. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was originally going to do I was going to try to do a top 100 things I've learned. And that was originally what the chat was going to be called. Top 100 things I've learned in the last year and a half, 2 years shooting the NRL and PRS rimfire stuff. And a few little bits of some centerfire stuff as well. We'll be shooting, just kind of a quick update, we'll be shooting the gap grind with Dick Hedges as my partner. So that's going to be fun. I've heard nothing but great things about the gap grind. And to get into that thing, it fills up super quick. And was lucky enough to get us some spots on there. And we'll be shooting that. So it should be fun. So it's back to rimfire and getting my ass back in gear for centerfire and doing some more reloading. Unfortunately, and I think it'll be good. So maybe I'll do a video and kind of go over all the little things that going from when I had started out with the Ruger RPR 22 rimfire all the way up to what is going on now in the gear that I'm running. I'm on a lot of forums for 22 stuff, and a lot of the questions are always good questions because if somebody has a question, you should ask. But I think that video would probably help people save some money and also spend some money. Unfortunately, that's the downfall of it is Mr. Sheball Secchi's in the house. Yep, I've been gone, buddy. So the van, I got the Sprinter van. Some of you guys might have seen that video. I'm actually I want to do a video. I've just been lazy. I've been not wanting to do videos. I actually upgraded and got a GoPro, I don't know what the hell number it is, 11 or 12 or whatever. And going to try to do some more camera downrange stuff. I've been slacking on the IY6C target challenges for those of you that have been playing, which is far and few. Hardly anybody's doing it. So I think that was a little bit of, but I have some better video footage down at the target. I know you guys like seeing the target get hit instead of walking down there after, which makes sense. Got Lord Pokeball out there, Pokeball, and Six Rudders in the house. Six Rudders, did you ever get your rimfire, your Rimix? Let's see. Since you've been off the air, Rick, you can no longer get an abortion. Sorry. And now we can go to New York and shoot up the town like the Wild West. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on out there with Supreme Courts and all the different things going on, and people getting elected. But we're not going to talk about that stuff because we're trying to get away from that stuff. Trying to take some time out of our day to not have to worry about that crap, because that is what it is. So, if you guys aren't familiar with the gap grind, it's probably one of the largest PRS style center fire matches in the nation, and I guess the prize table is amazing. What it is you have a pro and an amateur. They're teamed up together, and then they shoot the course of fire. The course of fire, let's say it's 5 positions, certain amount of targets for the pro. It may be for the amateur a different set of targets, or it may be the same set of targets, but from maybe the prone position or maybe 1 or 2 different positions. So either if you're shooting as a pro, you might have smaller targets and more movement, or if you're shooting as the amateur, you're going to probably see more prone shooting, which is more stable for everybody to shoot, which will be cool. But they're going to combine those scores up, and then at the end of the match, see who the winner is. So I'm just glad I'm able to shoot it and get to shoot it with a good buddy of mine, Mr. Hedges. So that's pretty cool. How was the fishing? The fishing was really good. I had bought these bait. It was like on Facebook or something. I saw these plastic, basically they just look like little fish. And it's called Raw, R-A-W. I had ordered these things and it took forever to get. I figured ended up being just a scam or something. And they did finally show up, and they actually worked pretty well. At least that night they worked well. Caught a bass, caught a bluegill, and then another bass. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun. What's up, Vito? I thought Rick took his van and went to South America. No, so the van thing is a lot of fun. I've been enjoying the heck out of it. Took it to Missouri for the NRL championship. Took it to VOD for a match. But just been cruising around and camping up in the mountains and the woods, like day trips or whatever. And it's been a lot of fun trying to learn it, figure out what switch does this and all that kind of stuff. And so it's been a lot of fun. Been driving it around. Actually, I have another match this Saturday. If you guys are around, it is, I think it's called Morrington, North Carolina. And that is at, what's it called? It's called, what's up, Kentucky Precision? It is called Frontline. So I'll be shooting a match at Frontline next Saturday. So that'll be pretty cool. I know Willard's going to be out there, which will be nice. And whole bunch of names I don't know. But this last match that we had last weekend, a lot of big names were shooting. And Daniel Horner, which is, if you look him up, the guy's freaking amazing at pretty much anything that goes bang. And he was out there. He ended up taking 3rd. Congratulations to Barney. He got 1st place. And who got 2nd place? Tony Mopping got 2nd place. So congratulations to those guys as well. And congratulations to Chris Beck for getting 4th place, which unfortunately he should have had 1st place. But he didn't. So that sucks. That was a long ride home for Chris, I'm sure. Mr. Eagle Eye, what's going on, buddy? Let's see. We got Tony, the Redneck Prepper, out there. Yep, I got my sweet tea. I'm running Gold Peak today. The little ones, actually. The gas station ones that are like $3. Let's see. We got EP26. Did you get a backup camera work? I did. Appreciate it. It was a fuse. It ended up being a fuse. Once I figured out what fuse it was out of 489 million fuses, then it was up and running. So, yes, it is running. And, man, is it cool. if you're backing up, you got the 360 view. Basically, little helicopter comes out of the top of the vehicle. I'm just kidding. And you can see the whole van from the roof somehow. I don't know how the hell that works, but it's really nice. And then it has the sides, and it's cool. Having a lot of fun with the van. Let's see. Wasn't anything a milkshake couldn't fix. There you go, Chris. Yeah. Shot 22. Let's see. Griffin Group this past weekend. After several months center fire, forgot how much fun the 22 LR was. Sean D, and you didn't have to reload, my man. No, I'm getting excited about the whole center fire thing again. I got quite a few rounds loaded up. I think I got 250 or so for practice, and then I need to get like another 350 or so for the match. The milkshakes made the trip. You guys all must have went and had milkshakes. Me and Willard and Bill Sweeney, we went to what the hell's the name of that place? What's the East Coast Carl's Jr.? Arby's? No, Hardee's. And had some Western bacon cheeseburgers. So gotta love that. But we didn't get no milkshake. Let's see here. I'll catch up on some comments. I think I'm caught up. Yeah, so some of the things that I didn't want to talk about this one, but like a top 100 things that you learn over the course of I don't know, like a year and a half, 2 years of shooting this rimfire stuff and the gear and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of different things that you can add up. So I was originally just going to start rambling on and then check marking to see if I could get to 100. That may take forever. I'm not sure. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to write them all down and then turn it into a video, because I think it'd be a good informative video, kind of help out people that are thinking about shooting. I did see somebody posted one of my old videos on first NRL match or something. I think that's what the video is called. In one of the forums, someone was asking what this whole the Scottish American, he changed his name. What's up, Crazy Scotsman? But definitely would benefit the newer shooter for sure. A lot of things that I read. So I read that book that I talked about when we had the top 3 shooters on there 3 weeks ago on a live chat, and I think it's a really good book. Definitely can motivate you. I think that, depending on, because like me and Ray, we talked about age, we talked about, eyesight, we talked about all the things, the unhealthy things we're doing, like not running every day or not, staying physically fit and going to the gym. And, all those little benefactors are little chipping blocks of making you go in the wrong direction of trying to be the best shooter in whatever sport you're trying to shoot at. Is the goal really to be the best? No, but you want to utilize that and say, yeah, I want to be the best shooter, to kind of motivate you, tell yourself that, you try to get the right mindset, basically. But at the end of the day, are you really trying to be the best shooter? No, but it would sure damn be nice, wouldn't it? Let's see. I listened to a drive-in to the match in Kentucky a couple of weeks ago. Let's see here. But so those are kind of some of the things I was battling. Good things and bad things. I was a little lazy. Got back from the Nationals. That was the championship, the NRL championship, and I don't know. It was just a long season per se, shooting PRS and shooting NRL, trying to get enough points to go to all these matches, and time, energy, effort, financial money that's going out for every match, fuel, hotel rooms, all that crap kind of comes into play. Obviously, ammo, practice, equipment, spare parts, extra this, extra that, in case something goes down. I can tell you that, just a simple thing like a watch, right? The Apple Watch. There's some shooters that use it, and they love it because they know exactly how much time they have left. And I'm one of them. Problem is, I don't know if I'm just too damn old and I forgetful, and but I don't turn the damn thing on before I start the thing. So I either forget the watch like I did last match or last Saturday, or I was borrowing a watch one time at at the championship, and for 5 stages in a row, I forgot to turn the damn thing on. So it was I had a watch, but the whole like routine of getting ready, right? Getting all your gear ready, making sure your dope is set for your first one, having your dope card, having bullets in the magazine, Mr. Dick Hedges. I don't know if he's watching or if you'll see this later, but all these little things, having a plan or a stage plan coming into it, knowing exactly where the targets are from the position you're going to be shooting them. I will say I got handed to me just because there were so many shooters and trying to find a good tripod spot to like put your stuff down to get a good visibility of all the targets was a pain in the ass. And a lot of that had to do with there was a lot of trees. So, from one position, you could only see a couple targets. But actually getting on whatever it is, say it's a fence, going down and finding the targets, what it's actually going to look like from your perspective with, say, binos or spot scope or whatever, from the position you're going to be shooting it. So there was this course of fire that was set up like a 7, like this, and you're down here. And when you shoot it, the top of the 7, and then you'd work your way down and back like this. But through the scope, you're going to see the target that crossed down here and not the one over here first. So you really got to take into account what do these things look like from the position you're going to be shooting in. So if you're, 20 feet over and you're getting an idea, okay, this is what this target looks like, this is what this target looks like, it's going to look a lot different from where you're actually going to be shooting. So make sure that you spend the time, get over to it, and depending on who's putting on the match, and you should do it anyways, is just confirm the distances, especially in rimfire, because 20 yards is a huge difference for dope. Mr. Ryan's out there. Welcome to the show. I will say not having 3 weeks of doing live chats feels a little weird up here again. But welcome. We got HRM Weapons Machinist out there. What's going on, mister? I still can't believe old Fat Boy got some milkshakes. The old milkshakes. They all went out and forgot to invite this fat boy to go eat a milkshake. So, had a chance to meet quite a few people at the last match, which is really cool. And it's always nice seeing people out there that they're shooting the matches, going to these matches, and are actually subscribed to the channel and know all the stuff going on, right? So it's kind of neat. A lot of fun. Big Country. What's up, Mr. Big Country? Mr. Big Country shot 2 matches this weekend. He shot a Saturday, him and his son, Gavin. And I don't know if he's done it before, but I tell you what, it is a lot of work. If you have to go from point A, so let's say your house is here, and you got to drive hours this way to shoot the NRL Hunter match, but then you decide, I'm going to shoot a match over here, and, you got the whole day, so you drove up, you got there early, blah, 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 you haven't gotten any sleep, and now you're going to have to, after that match, you're going to have to haul ass and drive for hours and hours and hours, get no rest. Just get a few, you get to the hotel late. Finally, you get all your stuff, you lay down, which seems like 10 minutes, and then your alarm's going off telling you to wake up. It's already 5:30, so that you can get to the match in time to zero and all that kind of stuff. And not only you're sitting there in the Florida heat for a Big Country, and it's 485 degrees with humidity at 295. So that just makes for a really long, shitty day. So glad you had fun with that, Big Country. Shooting 2 matches that are far away is a pain in the butt. We did that last year. We shot a match. Can't remember what it's called. And then we drove all the way. Well, actually, we drove to Frontline was where we ended up on the second day. So it was a long, long, long weekend. It can be fun, but it can be a pain in the ass, and it can burn you out as well. I ordered you a milkshake too, but Ben drank it. It's probably good I didn't eat it. I don't think I need it. I got enough sugar in my system for 5 bodies, really. For some reason, my comments thing's not working up here, so I'm looking at my, what do you call it? Screensaver thing, whatever the hell it is. So I got to look down here. Apologize. Mr. Matt Goodman's out there. I appreciate it, Matt. Let's see. I have a squirrel match in my backyard almost every day, trying to keep them out of the bird feeder. You need to get one of them spinny things, DW, where they climb on there and they're holding on, and that, or the what is that thing called? Like the slingshot, where the food's in here and then you pull the string from your room, your house, and we went 4 hours north to Georgia on Friday, drove 4 hours home, got back up at 4:30 Sunday to drive 2.5 hours south, shot the match, then back 2.5 hours. Yeah, that is a long, long weekend for sure. Unfortunately. Hopefully it went well. I heard Gavin did really well, so congratulations, Gavin, on Saturday. Sounds like you did really good Saturday, and you're probably exhausted on Sunday because I heard you didn't do so well. But it's kind of like the practice for the 2-day things, right? We talked about it in the past about kind of shooting some 2-day matches when you can. So when you go to these 2-day matches that may be a national or a championship or something, you've already been through it. You kind of, it makes it a little bit easier. I know in 3-gun, quite a few matches like Memorial 3-gun, the Microtech Pro-Am. A lot of these are like 2-3 days long. So it's kind of like we've always said, like if you have a bad stage, just let it go and move on. And don't let it continue to multiply and fester and make every other stage shitty. Let's see. Gavin did well Saturday, win junior, and finished 10th overall. Yeah, I had heard he done really well, Big Country, so that's cool, man. Tell him I said congratulations. Let's see. That's how the VOD team match Cavern Cove weekend was. It'll wear you out. Yeah, especially if the temperatures are extreme. Or you may be driving, hours to some new location that you've never been. Like, let's just say, God forbid, we all drove to Florida and had to hang out there for 2 days. Right now, Florida's not the place to be, and the reason why I know this, and I can give really good information, is because 98% of you assholes are all up here. All of you. Every plate I see is Florida, 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 Florida. It's like when it gets hot, they all come up to the mountains to get out of it. So, I don't know how you guys driver's licenses. Let's see. Michael Meek, there's a name I've seen. Hey, Rick, haven't been here in a while. Nice to catch you guys tonight. I appreciate it. Mr. Michael Meek, it's been a while. Been a while since I've seen it. Mr. Tree Feller's in the house. Guess you needed time off after that bloody Aussie annoyed you for 2 weeks. That was a good time. That was a good time, Jason. A lot of fun. I went and got my hair cut the other day, and they're all, is your Australian buddy gone? Well, yeah, he's long gone. He gone. Let's see. All right. Well, let's just have some fun. Maybe do some Q&A stuff. You got any questions? Put them down there. And if not, we'll just continue on having some fun. Mr. Yancey Teal. There's another name I haven't seen in a while. Of course, I've been gone for a while, but we got Mr. Eagle Eye Shooting. He is working on has anyone playing with the Cogger Actions? Was recommended to give it a try. Anybody? Guys, got some information from Mr. Eagle Eye. I know Kenny put out a video today on the Bagara. He's got he's got like a pro tune kit, basically what he's doing, squaring everything off, kind of rechammering it and doing all sorts of stuff. So if you guys have a Bagara and you want to do like a pro tune up on it, definitely look them up. It's Desert Precision Gunworks out of Arizona. Let's see here. All I see is from New York and the North. John Rollins. I appreciate it, Talking Rock. Very true. I always vacation up in North Carolina for the summer. Out of Florida. Yep. That's cool. Come visit. There's only a few people, wouldn't mind coming up here. It's all the other 984 million other guys that don't know how to drive. Thought I'd let you know Skittles has settled in nicely and is kicking ass now that it's all grown up in a 6 GT. Yeah, it's Skittles. The chassis is Skittles. If you guys didn't know, an MDT ACC chassis that used to be on the wall, actually in that spot right there. It's gone. It is in Australia now. Mr. Ben B has it. So hopefully you can have some good luck with it. Let's see. I got a CRS action on the way. 3.6 black build and a 6mm Creedmoor. They are located in Hazelworth, Georgia. Nice. How's that coating coming along? How is that coating coming along? Let's see. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. Where is Mr. Kenny at on here? So I have another rifle being built. And so make it bigger. So I got the chassis is going to be that color. This is I think it's called Candy something coatings. But basically that's cobalt blue. So it's really pretty blue. And then the barrel and the tuner is going to be Vortex brown or something, really close to it. So when I put on the optic, it'll kind of all blend together and look pretty cool, I think. I had people ask me, why did you get another rifle? Your rifle shoots freaking amazing. And reason one was I wanted a backup rifle. Because why not? That way, if I needed to fix something or something I wanted to tweak with or tune or do something, I could send it off and still have a backup rifle. I could bring both rifles to the match. Quite a few people, especially like 3-gunners and some precision rifle shooters, they'll bring a backup gun just in case. And it is always good to have a backup gun, especially if you're shooting a 2-day match and your rifle breaks on the first day. You could just be down for that one stage and you could grab your backup rifles as long as it's comparable. And I don't know how it works, but the match director approves it or whatever. And then you can continue on with the match. Maybe you just screwed up that one stage. And for a 2-stage, a 2-day event, maybe one bad stage won't hurt too bad. So it will on a 1-day stage, usually. There's Ben B right there. Mr. Ozzy Ben B. Good day, Rick. Appreciate it. See, they think it's daytime right now. Must have been all that moonshine. Let's see, Rick. Apparently they make actions for a few big name companies also. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Kent B finally picked up a Voodoo tomorrow. Hope it outshoots the CZ. I tell you what, if you wanted to get into this game, there's so many ways to go, and I was going to hit this on that whole top 100 things, but it's kind of a good topic. I think you really got to say how as a person you are, like how competitive as a person are you? If you're very competitive person or you really want to do well, you know, and you kind of get into something, you're like, oh, I'm gonna do the I'm gonna like for instance me, the Ruger 1022. The hell's this shit? Sorry. If you buy a Ruger, if you buy a Bagara, all these things they shoot fine. You're gonna get to a point where you're like, you know what, I want to upgrade, right? So then some people will say, well, don't buy this, don't buy that, and then just buy this, you know. And I'm trying to be very non-specific so that it makes more sense in the end. So I started with the Ruger, and I knew, okay, I want a good rifle. If I'm gonna do this, I don't want my gear to be holding me back. Now I still got a lot to learn, especially when I first started, but I want to be able to have the best outcome possible. So I bought a Voodoo. I bought a Gen 1 Voodoo, which I wish I would have kept. Really like the Gen 1. And then I bought a Gen 2 Voodoo, thinking, oh, well, you know, two's cooler, obviously, than 1. Not the case. And then the 360 came out, and I was a huge fan of the 60-degree throw with the Tikka and my Axiom Action. That rifle's not even here. It's in there. But I was a huge fan of the 60-degree, so I went for the 360. Now, the 360 ended up being, let's just say I'll try to keep it clean, per se. It didn't work for me. I noticed my results dropping off. So I knew I needed to do something else. So I went with something else, and it's helped a lot. Most of you guys know it's a rifle that Kenny built, and it's worked amazing. Now, I would say you can have the best rifle in the world, and it's going to be a shitty rifle until you find the right ammo. If you don't have the right ammo, you can have the best rifle in the world, and it's just going to shoot okay. That's the reason why all these top shooters that are sponsored by blah, 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 they're getting the ammo in lots before anybody even really gets a chance probably to really get their hands on that stuff. And if the lot works really well for that rifle, you know, they're going to get enough ammo to last the season with training and all that kind of stuff. So it makes it nice for them. For those of us that don't have that option, especially right now, it's like, if you've been on my channel a while, you know that I bought a shit ton at 22. It was the Ely match ammo because and I got super lucky with this because this is what shot really well in the 360. Now, when Kenny built my rifle, I was like crossing my fingers, hoping to God that this ammo would work. But at the end of the day, I believe it to be standard deviation, SDs. If you can find a good ammo that works well in your rifle, but the SDs are super low, then you found a golden ticket. So when you go to lot test, even if it shoots great groups at say 50 yards, but the SD is crap, then I would continue to keep looking. Definitely continue to keep looking. I would say the best bang for your buck when it comes to a rifle, and this is a guy that has top of the line stuff, is a CZ. You guys are all, what? A CZ is an amazing rifle. Now I hate like with a passion hate these little dumbass magazines, but they feed the best, smooth action. You know, everything about these rifles is freaking amazing. I've seen plenty of CZs kick my ass throughout the years. So it's like, if you could only buy one rifle, let's say, and you weren't sure you wanted to get into this, but you're competitive, but you didn't have a lot of money, you know, to spend on like, oh, I got to sell this and buy something new and, you know, go through this whole process that I did. I think a CZ run you know, and even change the barrel out, get a nice little trigger for it, and run a nice stock, and you're golden, I think. Kent B says, I got the 360. Hope it's going to work out. I hope it works out for you, Kent. I know guys that have had great luck with them, but I know a lot of guys that haven't. I know that the Gen 1, the Gen 2 is definitely, in my opinion, I'm going to keep saying in my opinion, just because I've seen a lot. I've talked to a lot of people. I've gotten a lot of emails from people. It's not just me coming up with bullshit. It's I've noticed that the Gen 1s and the Gen 2s are outperforming the 360s at the matches. Does everything screw up? Yes. It's mechanical. It's metal. Things wear out. Things break. Things crack. Things aren't maybe machined correctly. Whatever the case is. So you can't, you know, everything's going to – there is no rifle that's just going to work flawlessly your entire shooting career and expectations every match. 3 Gen 1s for me now. Yeah, if you talk to a lot of the guys that are shooting, that have been shooting for a long time, the Voodoos, I got nothing against Voodoo. I think their action's super smooth, but I will say their magazines suck ass. It is what it is. I tell the truth. I've had every different freaking generation, and at least the magazine's what's holding the damn rifle back. That and a couple other little things, but Manhole Customs is out there. So those are kind of the things that I've seen when it comes to that. At the end of the day, if I was to do it all over again, I would either own what I own now. I'll keep it with being quiet because it doesn't really matter. Or I would have went with the CZ. Even if it took like 2 to 3 barrels to figure out the perfect one, you can headspace it. You can do a lot of stuff at home as like a self gunsmith kind of person and kind of tune it up to whatever ammo you're shooting. And again, back to the SDs, and I think there was a question out there, like 4s, 6, right in there, like SDs. If you can find that magic lot, what up, Gamma Meal? That's magic. Another thing on tuners. So I had a chance, actually, he's right there, Manhole Customs. We went out, we shot one of his rifles with a tuner. I think it was a Harold's tuner or maybe a knockoff Harold's tuner. I don't know. And unless you're shooting already good ammo, like a tuner makes it so when you already have great ammo, you can even make it greater. But if you have shit ammo, so like let's say you have just kind of crappy ammo, you know, your SD. So basically it's like you're shooting 1103, and then you got a 1080, you know, and then whatever. You just got a huge SD basically. It doesn't matter how awesome your rifle is. It's the ass behind the bullet is different than it was the last shot. So unless it's like super close where it doesn't have time to even worry about that, you're gonna have some changes, and that's gonna show up, especially when you're shooting like 200-300 yards. So that's kind of the tough thing. I think. Let me catch up here real quick. He's going to get more gray hair. Ask him how. I know. Hey, as long as it stays in, I don't care. Yeah, Gen 1. Tree Feller says the Gen 1. He actually is a shooter for Voodoo, so there you go. He says 3 Gen 1s for me. So you have a shooter in Australia that shoots for Voodoo, and he's shooting the Gen 1s. Now I know, talking to Chris, he likes the Gen 1s and the Gen 2s. So I don't know. I think they went into production too fast or something. At least the one I have, which is somewhere over here. What the hell did I do with that thing? Maybe it's holding paper down somewhere. I think it's over there. Anyways. Is it over there? Yeah, it ain't up here. I got a few over there, so it's probably sitting over there. Hermex has been amazing for me. Magazines at the best by far. Yeah, I would say Mr. Design Hunter is right on the money. Freaking love how amazing the Remex magazine is. If you could figure out, if other companies, I should say, could figure out how to do something very similar to that, their rifles would perform a lot better. You know who I'm talking about. But yeah, they have a freaking amazing magazines. So amazing, you can basically pull it down and just drop these bad doggies in like Skittles, just and you don't have to worry about making sure and holding your breath, and everything's perfect, or you're gonna get rim lock. Because, anyways, so that's kind of the thing. PTG makes a 40x 22 LR action. It's basically a video, like pretty much exactly the same for $690. I will tell you that I had a friend of mine shot a match Sunday who was shooting a Voodoo. And I want to say it's a 360, but I can't confirm it because he's not on here right now. And he basically was having issues with the bolt. The bolt, geez, I can't think of the part right now. What's the part? Help me. The bolt, what the hell? The part that keeps the bolt from like popping out, the little button doohickey. I'm going to call it a doohickey right now. That button, it basically was not catching the bolt catch. It was not catching the bolt. So as he was trying to cycle the bolt back and forth, it would pop out. So, and this can happen with all of them. I saw a Vagaro break, the bolt break in half Sunday or Saturday at a match. So like I said, everything can break. There's not one rifle that's just going to work flawlessly forever. Mine's been running magical, but at some point it's going to break just from shooting the crap out of it. Don't use them much. Dave Manson and JGS's. See, when I was in the USA, my 10X had an SD of 4 and an extreme spread of 10. Yeah. That's the thing. Making sure you have, when you go to lot test this ammo, borrow if you need to or whatever you need, but borrow like a magneto speed or something so that you can get muzzle velocity, feet per second, so that and then utilize it the entire time when you're shooting groups. Get it so it goes on like your ARCA rail so that you can continue to shoot. It's not screwing up your groups. So you can not only lot test by shooting groups, but you can also get your velocity as well. Because a lot of people will run it on the barrel and you're so harmonically screwed up that basically the only thing you can get out of it is just speeds. So if you have the ability, get the one that mounts somehow, whether it's Picatinny or ARCA rail, that you can shoot and group bullets. And when you're going out to distances, when you're kind of like if you're getting your data, and before the match, when you shoot say a target at 200 yards and you got it's hitting the watermark, or your jeez, come on, Rick, spit it out. Your Kestrel's telling you whatever, say 9.6 mils, and you shoot your first shot and it's low 4 or 5 tenths. It may be that it was just a shitty round. Don't DSF it or whatever because you hit the watermark. So just basically confirm everything. Make sure it wasn't a bullet. So if you're sitting there shooting 1080, and then you got one that's 1020, and that's the one that hit 5 mils low or whatever, or 5 tenths low. It's not, just continue on and confirm stuff. Let's see. 1 times Gen 1 for me. Ben B says tree feller is a bad influence. Watched a Gus break off an Anarchy bolt handle last week. Smallest bolt stud I've seen in a knob. Be careful with Anarch knobs. Yeah, I'm not using those ones. Tennessee, 3 guns in the house. Mr. Marmaduke had a chance to shoot with Marmaduke last Saturday. Yes, Chris Bex has 40,000 rounds through. Bolt stop. Yes, thank you. Let's see. I really want to see someone trick out a 10-22 and be competitive with. You know, you got these guys that will swear. You see them on the forums all the time. They're like, my 10-22 will shoot X amount, right? It'll shoot I don't know, 0.1. And you're like, okay, all right, now, Ray and I were talking about this. Because it's shot at once doesn't mean it's a 0.1 gun, sometimes all the stars align and your screw up plus the wind, actually makes it a better shot. Are you coming to the FT Campbell's Kentucky 22 match? Oh, Fort Campbell's Kentucky 22 match. When's the date of that one? Right now, I got to fill some dates up. I only have I got 2 matches scheduled on Practice Score plus the Gap Grind. So I got one Saturday, and then I have Sweaty Yeti, Ben Blevins, or should I say Kentucky Precision, I think is what his thing's on here. Those are the only 2 I have on Practice Score right now. Let's see. That stuff you bought 300 cases of, what does it cost per round if I want to buy just a case? Not asking what you paid, asking what I'd pay for one case retail. Vito, the case was 14 when you bought. So this was a Kilo Sports. It's not KILO. It's like K. Let's see, like Kilo. It's like LOUGH at the end. Kilo Sports. It was $14 a box for Ely Match. Ely 10X at the time, I think was $15 a box, 15 or $16 a box, maybe 17 with that amount. So the more you bought, the more there was a little bit of a price break difference. So just basically inside of each one is, I think it was like 100 boxes of 50. I think that's right. It's basically 3,000 a round. Is that how it works out? 369. Shit, I can't remember. But basically, one box ended up being $14. Kilo, there you go. Chris Estes, KILLOUGH. That's it. They did have some. I got an email. I think it was last week. Actually, it was Friday. I think is when I at least saw the email. The Kilo had a bunch of 10X in stock. Just about to buy 2 cases of Match for $3,548. Yeah, that's Australian. Don't just go buy ammo, guys. You're going to see the lots. You're going to see the speeds that it says. It's going to be about 40 feet per second faster, usually, depending on your rifle. So if you want a rifle, like my rifle likes to shoot, my Remex likes to shoot right at like 1103. That's like the speed it likes. So I can't buy ammo that says like 1103 on it, because then it would be like 1145. It'd be like snapping off, cracking every time almost, especially like depending on the temperatures. So my ammo says, I think it was 1063 or 1062. So right in there, 1060. I think I want to say it's 1063. I could walk over there and grab one, but it doesn't really matter. Just know that you need a lot test if you're going to do it. If you're going to buy a bunch of ammo like that, $3,548, you hopefully lot tested it. It's a huge commitment, but at the end of the day, end of the season per se, or the beginning of the next season, when I look over there and I know that I got enough for another season, I don't have to like do this crap again. I don't have to go do lot testing again. Now it's stupid expensive, but if you're going to shoot all these matches anyways, and nothing goes down in price, really. I mean, what goes down in price, especially right now? And you can get it for an okay deal, or the more you buy, you get a little bit of a price break on it. Buy it. Buy the hell out of it. Buy as much as you can buy. And I never tell anybody but to put stuff on credit card. That would be something I would put on a credit card. If they had 5 cases or 3 cases, and I'm like, I did all my lot testing. I tried like 10, 20 different lots out. I had really good SDs with this one, and they have it in stock, and you know you're going to be shooting this shit for the next couple seasons, that would be something I'd probably throw in a card. And then just, now that you have it, you can pay, like you should, or hopefully pay it off. The faster the better. But now you're not going out, oh man, I need another brick. I need a brick for a match. So now I got to go lot test it. I got to check the speeds. I got to go shoot, out to 400 yards and get all my data for my Kestrel again. Like, that's all a big pain in the ass. Nobody wants to do that. 5,000 in a case, yeah. So I ended up with 15,000 rounds of ammo. And I've been going through it. I've been practicing with the Ely pistol match or something. It's like a cheap Ely bullet, and it shoots fairly decent. It definitely does not group like my good match stuff does, and the SDs are more extreme than they are on my match ammo. But I can shoot positions all day long, shooting like a $5 to $8, $5 to $7 box of ammo compared to a $14 box of ammo. Something. All tree feller. LOL. Lot testing in Australia. Lucky to find any. Yeah, if he's actually being able to get 3 cases of ammo, that's like magic, because out there, he was saying, at least how I thought I understood him saying it, is there's, there'll be like a brick that comes in, or not a brick, a case will come in, but that's like for all the shooters in that area. So it's not like he can just swipe it all up. It sounded like he did swipe it all up on this one, but maybe they sent more ammo out that way. We got Brad out there. What's going on? I went with the slower SK ammo for my 22. It's been grouping better than faster ammo. Yeah, totally makes sense. The depending on what speed are you getting bending ballistics? What's the speed your rifle likes? I'm sure you chronographed it. Did you fry those drinks up from the other day? Oh, those dinks up from the other day. No, Lucas, those went back into the water. What the hell? Got an X-ring out there. 1100. See, yeah, that's right where I'm at. I'm at 1103 to 1108, depending on temp. It'll change it a little bit. How's the smart car? That thing, man, he drives the hell out of that thing. And we'll go to the casino, come back, free of charge. There's a charger at the casino. It's like freaking amazing. So it works out well. We'll go there, we'll lose, we'll win, whatever the case is for the night. But we'll go, my SD is 10 feet per second on the SK. Yeah, anything under 10 is good, man. 6, 4, those are like freaking magic. Yeah, if you can get like 4s to 6s, that's like freaking like buy it up. And then the problem, and this is kind of the reason I went with the tuner, is if you have ammo, like I said, that has a really nice small SD, let's say it doesn't shoot well in that rifle, like my first rifle, the Kenny built. Say it didn't shoot well, I would basically be screwed. I'd have all that ammo and I'd have to get rid of it, or I would have to send it back in and get a tuner put on it, because the SDs are extremely small, which is cool. So, but I will say I don't think that a tuner will make like crappy ammo great. It's just gonna still be crap. Let's see here. Servo's got my Remix fixed up. I'm anxious to try it out this weekend. Sanderson. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, if you guys don't know, or you're not familiar with like Facebook, the groups, you know, they got all these different 22 rimfire groups. They got ones for Remix, you know, and all the different ones. And it's pretty cool to see, you know, the comments on a lot of them. Bending Ballistics. I'm running production again this year, so I can't run a tuner like Open does. Gotcha. Well, good luck. Good luck in production. That's awesome, man. X-Ring has his own spot. Yeah, usually, actually, every time we've gone there, there's been a spot. There was one time that we were pulling up, and it's like, oh, shit, they're all full. But there was actually one spot left. There's actually, I think, on each floor of the parking structure, there's a charging port. It's all the way up, I believe. Ben B has the bad MF for testing. Awesome. Mr. Chico Wise is in the house. What is going on? Didn't Chico Wise win I think he won a knife the other day, or not too long ago. Ruger picked me up this year. I've been loving the RPR. Awesome, man. That's cool. You're sponsored by them. That's freaking cool. Let's see here. Another one of the things that I've noticed, and let me hear your guys' comments. Once the Razor Gen 3 came out with the 2/10 all the way down, I have come to love that even more so than the Gen 2. Do you guys, on whatever scope you're running, does it have half mils, or are you seeing the 2/10 all the way down and up? Just about to buy 2 cases match. Let me catch up here. Do you have your AM for Gap Grand this year? I do. It's Dick Hedges. Dick Hedges is going to be my AM. What about your last shoot at VOD? Last shoot at VOD went good. I had one stage. What stage was it? We started on 7, 8, 9. Oh, it was 10. No. It was, okay, hold on. 7. I think it was 9. 9. So on stage 8, we shot out to like 300 yards. So I had full rev in my scope. I put it back on 0. And then I went to figure out my data for stage 9. I think it was 9. And it said like there was the first target was at, I don't know, something like 2.5 or whatever the hell it was. So I dialed it to 2.5. And it's my turn. You know, I'm all ready. I got my dope already put in. I got my dope card. I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. Except I was one full rev off. So it took a few shots to figure that out. And then, so I dropped some points there. And then there was one stage. Let me know if you guys have ever seen this cluster monkey of a Chris Simmons freaking idea. So you got a tank trap, right? You got a tank trap. It's got 3 tips on it and a crux. Then time starts, still 90 seconds. You have 4 positions. So the 3 tips, crux, and you have a target up like 60 something yards, 60 yards, 62 yards, whatever the hell it is. You have to shoot big, small from all 4 positions. Then you have to turn the other way and now engage 2 targets at, I don't remember what it was, 200 yards-ish, 180, 200 yards. And you had to do that shit all over again. So it was 8 shots and then another 8, all within 90 seconds and 8 positions. I think the best our squad did was 8. I got a 6 on that one. And the best that the winner shot, he got 11. I don't know how the hell he got 11. Rick, would you do a live interview on my channel at some point? I'll contact you. Yeah, man, no problem. So sidetrack, damn squirrels. Barney Hudgens, he got 11 on this. I have no idea how he got 11, but that was freaking amazing. I didn't see it or anything, but to pull off an 11 on that. So that's some of the things. I will tell you this last match, I used my Gray Ops Armageddon bag, a little bag that's about that fat and about, as big as a Gray Ops plate is. I used that way more this weekend than I did probably any other match. The reason why is there was a lot of movement. There was a lot of positions. There was one that was 9 shots, 9 different positions on this thing. And there was guys that were shooting with a game changer, which is our medium or, like game changer bag. And I was like, man, that is going to burn up a lot of time. So I decided to shoot, because I always shoot with my medium, but I'm thinking, okay, I need the time over and the crow was pretty big. I think I cleaned that stage. I can't remember. Maybe dropped one. I need the time, the extra time, instead of grabbing the bag, putting it down, putting my rifle down, having it all attached just to save time in order to find the target out in the middle of the trees. And I think that helped me a lot. I did really well. I know on 5 stages I had a 10. I don't remember how many I cleaned. There were some 12s where I got a 10, or maybe 1. So like that wasn't a clean stage, but I got a 10. There was like 5 of those. I ended up with an 81, and the top winner had an 84 or 85, something like that. So I was just a few points off. Even if I would have had 82, the guy had beat me on speed of the speed stage. So another thing too, guys and gals, is if you're like we had to shoot, basically there was one stage, I don't remember the distance, but you basically shot prone, but you're shooting these tiny, the triangle is probably that big, the first one, and then they proceeded to get a little bit bigger as you went out. But I mean, I'm not exaggerating, it was probably that damn big. And you had to go from prone, 3 different targets, but then you had to change over and you had to use weak shoulder, weak trigger finger, and your weak eye. I struggled finding that damn target with my weak eye. My cheek piece on my rifle, because I have 50 MOA of basically built in between the scope and the mount at the base of the rifle. And then my cheek pad is pretty high the way I like it for shooting off the normal side. But man, I was sure fighting it trying to look through that reticle. I got it done. You only needed 6 points, but I was quite a bit slower than the next guy. So maybe practice shooting from both sides, because you're going to see it out there. Ozark Airsoft, what's going on? What is your favorite bullet caliber? For center fire, it is a 6 Creedmoor. For pistol, it's a 9mm, and for rimfire, well, it's 22. Let's see. Did you see what Robert has been doing in tactical this year? No, I have not. Sorry for the sidetracking. Let's see. I got 11 shots off, but not 11 hits. Oh, Chris got 11 off. Yeah. Once the first guy shot, which I don't remember who that was on that one, we figured out really fast that you're going to need to haul ass. I mean, we already knew, like, you're going to need to haul ass. But you're basically shooting 2 stages with only having the 90 seconds. And once that was understood that you're going to have to haul ass, I definitely went with the Gray Ops, that Armageddon bag, because I didn't want to mess with this, moving all that stuff around. One of the things that, because you're shooting so high up in an angle, is from the center cruck, your rifle is basically hitting, because it was pointed in the exact same direction, your rifle was hitting the rest of it coming down. So after I shot and was having issues with it, a lot of people were bringing one extra big pump pillow, and they throw it in the middle there so that they had the elevation that they could. Now 1/10 isn't very much, right? But 1/10 and 2/10 are a lot when it comes to very small targets. So in rimfire, we're shooting all these little stupid, like, lollipop-sized damn things, especially any Chris Simmons match. It's like shooting frog hair off their butt or something. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is the inclination of the shot. Normally, like center fire, you're shooting way down into a valley, you're going to shoot low. And when you're going to shoot up, you're still shooting low. But some of the people I noticed didn't take that into consideration. So the angle, I think it was 23 degrees, which isn't crazy, right? You're thinking of like 45 and you're thinking like 23. And when you put it into the Kestrel and you go to target and you go down to I think it's abbreviation for inclination, and you put in 23 degrees difference, it's not a lot. And that's the reason why I'm bringing it up. But it was like 2/10 on that one. Well, 2/10 and that 2/10 target, because the target was basically 2/10, through your reticle, is going to be a miss. And and then you're hoping that you spot it. So I think a lot of people drop points on that stage because they didn't. Normally it wouldn't matter because it's not anything, but the targets were so small that it did matter. So being able to just check it against what it is. So if it's at 0 and you put it in at 66 degrees and it gives you, I don't know what it was, 0.2 or something like that, 2/10, and then you put in the 23 degrees, it goes right back to the 0 again. So people were putting the 2/10 in. I'm trying to remember exactly how that worked out, but they were putting the 2/10 in and basically shooting over it. There was no offhand this one. I have a feeling for nationals there will be probably one at least. Evan out there, can you sing some Kid Rock for us? Not today. Don't ignore me. Oh, I just finally scrolled down. Kid Rock. Let's see. Robert Brantley has been taking top tactical every match this year, it seems. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the whole, I don't know. I really think that, and I'm going to probably piss people off, but whatever, I don't care. And we're talking about two different things, I guess. But I don't know if I want to bring his name up or not. Anyways, if you win production, like nationally, like you were the best shooter, like, and you have the ability to, like, go shoot against the next best level of guys in open. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is a little different than we were talking about with tactical. That's a totally different thing, but that's just like for production, I'm just like, man. Evan, let's say yes today. All right. Ba with the ba. Dang a dang diggy diggy. Ball with the dang a diggy. There you go. Hidden targets should be in a special hidden target match. Not a surprise. There should be a rule about color and placement for NRL PRS. Yeah, I kind of like that comment. The biggest thing about NRL PRS stuff is you already know the distance. Like, this is so much different than like a hidden, like a team sniper match or like a competitions dynamics match, like we shoot out west, where nobody has any idea where the targets are, well, except for the guys that shot the freaking the non-team match a couple months before, unless they move the targets. But they're all rusted out. They're supposed to be rusted out because out there, that's what kind of hides in the desert is a brown rusted target. So it works out good being it's a pain in the ass to find. I did get a chance to shoot a match last year. There was basically you had to find the target, range it, and shoot it. And I thought it was fun, but it should be its own match. It shouldn't be an NRL or PRS style match unless it's like like a fun match basically. Or why can't I think right now? What in Tarnation? What's up, Mr. Carcade? An outlaw match. That's what I was looking for. An outlaw match. And you're ahead of time. You already know that the targets are going to be hidden. But when they do those, they should basically keep everybody back so you don't know where the targets are. And then you got to go find them, so it makes it fair for everybody. But yeah, like these matches where the targets are brown. I've been to matches like where the hell is it? It's called Kettlefoot. Kettlefoot, they like doing like the ones with all the different planets basically, and they paint them like the planets, and there's kind of some rhyme or reason to it. I like Chris Simmons matches for the fact of it'll be like on the upper portion of that area where the really long range stuff is compared to the other little shorter stuff is it'll be kind of a consistent thing. Like it'll be coyotes. So, like as you're scanning through and you're seeing other targets, you don't have to worry about it. You just got to find the coyote. Every once in a while, yeah, he'll be a dick and he'll paint him brown or make it tough if we're even talking about his match. But it is what it is. You can go into it. The thing I say is everybody has the exact same thing that they got to shoot. You know what I mean? So it's fair anyways. If they were all hidden or really hard to find, because that happens, especially like out here where there's trees everywhere and they're kind of hiding them in the tall grass and that kind of stuff. As long as it's fair across the board, I call it good. You know what I mean? Everybody has to shoot at the same damn target. So that's my opinion. Let's see. Tech class was made for guys to use their duty rifles, not a race gun, in 308, so you can place 15th and get 100 points. Yeah. How far away is the new Remix? The rifle is built. It is at basically a coating company to get it done now, I believe. He's got to coat it with that blue and the Vortex bronze color brown or whatever. And then I think Kenny's going to do a couple videos with it. And then it should be sent out to me. I have no idea when it's going to show up. But that's another reason for the backup. I'm not worried about it. I'm not stressed because I got something to shoot. Now, if I didn't have a rifle and I'm waiting for it to show up, then it would suck. But it's not too bad. But it'll be kind of neat because now I can, I'm not going to mess with it till that ammo's done. The one I'm shooting now because it's just shooting so perfect. But it'll be nice to have a backup. Now I can work on lot testing for that rifle coming in. And then that way, when that runs out, or I have the option of shooting another one, I can. Let's see. How many of you guys have shot an NRL Hunters match? Unfortunately for us, there's one in Georgia, and that's the only one, and that just took place last Saturday. There's not a bunch of them out here like there is out in the West, like Montana and Wyoming and Colorado and that kind of stuff. So it's like, I really think the whole idea is awesome. It's kind of like a competition dynamics match, really, where you got to find the targets and that kind of stuff. I've never shot one of those matches, so it'd be kind of fun to try. But I know, like in the center fire world of it, you have to have a certain hit factor or power factor, depending on what ammo you're using. You got to be over a certain amount and all this kind of stuff. Well, I know like 6 Creedmoor. I don't know if you can load 6 Creedmoor up hot enough to do it or not. That rifle might get lost in a boating accident. It better not. I already sent all my money in, dick. Hurry your ass up. Mr. Tim Davis. Happy birthday, Mr. Tim Davis. I know it was like a week ago or whatever, but happy birthday. Let's see here. Can I get a shout out for ADW90? Hell yeah. ADW90 Nation. Oh, that's good stuff. Oh, shit. HS got his first podium finish at the NRL 22X Hunter match at Arena. Second overall. 3 minutes to range and engage targets. 3 minutes. Awesome. Yeah, that's cool. Somehow I skipped that one. HS. Congratulations, man. That's freaking amazing. Yeah, like the team sniper match stuff, like the competition dynamics. I know Ortiz was in here earlier. He's probably gone by now. But, yeah, it's kind of the same thing. You get a allotted time. You and your partner, this is with a partner, though. You get a allotted amount of time, and you got some, sometimes they'll hand you a sheet, and you got to shoot targets in a certain order. But first, you got to find them and range them and all sorts of kind of stuff. So as you're doing that, and you're out in this big, you're looking in this big field from the building, there'll be like half of it will be red on top and blue on the bottom, and then you'll have a blue on top and a red on the bottom. So the communication between your partner and basically the spotter and the shooter got to really be good. And that's where a lot of people, including when we shot last time, is tough because you're trying to give information, but the guy's like, oh yeah, I see a red and a blue one, but he didn't hear like the blue's on top and the red's on the bottom kind of thing. So you got to be the better teams do better because they communicate better, and of course they shoot. You got to shoot great too as well. Yeah, Tree Feller said at least he painted them. This last match, he actually painted all the targets. They all started off white. We actually got super lucky in the morning because our squad, I don't remember what squad number we were, 3 or 4. We actually started on the top on stage 7. So it was 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah. 7, 8, 9, and 10 were on the top long distance part. So it's still pretty early in the morning. We started an hour earlier than normal just to try to beat this thunderstorm that was possibly coming in. That was the reason why I stayed out there in the van, so I didn't have to wake up an extra hour early. But it was nice because it wasn't real windy then yet. Actually, that whole day the wind wasn't bad at all, which is kind of nice because usually it gets pretty windy out there. 6mm won't make the cut on Power Factor, HSS. Yeah, I didn't think it did. I was talking to Colin. This shit is probably half a year ago. I was gonna see about having Kenny build me a rifle, and then I'm like, "There's no matches out here. It's not even feasible to, build a whole setup just for that style shooting." So I could shoot that 6.5 Creedmoor would make it. And I don't know the power there, and the rifles have a certain weight scale. It puts you in a certain, like open production or whatever they use to classify them. So there's a thing on that as well. So your rifle can only weigh so much if you want to be put into a certain category. Seek and destroy matches are for the real shooters. None of this planned stage PRS crap. Come on, Kenny. Kenny's going to be shooting him and X-Ring are going to be shooting the gap grind as well. They're going to come up with some crazy, they're going to shoot regular like sniper rifles or some shit. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but they're going to have fun doing it. That's all that matters. Let's see. Now, easy now, Eagle Eye. Some of us like the PRS crap. Damn, what's up, Mr. Daniel? How you doing, buddy? I know, it's been a while. I've been missing in action. Just got fed up, tired of doing this shit. I still got to I got videos to do. My phone's full of videos that I needed to get done. But I'm just like, you know what? I need a break. At the end of the day, that's what I needed. I've been doing this 8 or 9 years now, and it's just like the channel grows horribly. I originally put a lot of time, energy, and effort into it, and then you get on this whole I don't give a shit kind of thing, and then you go, well, you know what? Let's try it again, and I'm just on a little. I was on a hiatus. Yeah, exactly. People don't usually like stuff if they're not very good at it. But Kenny likes that stuff. He just hasn't put a lot of time into it either. I got tired of seeing you. Thanks, Daniel. It is what it is. Let's see. Bending Ballistics. Yeah, just send me an email, Bending Ballistics, and we'll get it figured out on that question you had earlier. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Anything else before we get out of here? It's already been an hour and 23 minutes. Usually I hang out for an hour and a half. I am going to be trying to put a video together of like the top 100 things that I've learned in PRS, NRL, rimfire over the last year and a half or 2 years. And like I said earlier, hopefully that video will help some people out. Or make them, wish they had bought something else, and now they can't. Because they're broke like all the rest of us. All right. Don't let us, Daniel. Don't let us, Daniel, defense rifle guys, beat you again. Let's see, I'll have to do Instagram. My email is a work email. Oh, gotcha. Okay, whatever. Don't matter. Ben B, check your Facebook Messenger for the Skittles rifle. Let's show off this new Skittles rifle 2.0. There it is right here. Oh shit. Look at There's an updated Skittles rifle. That's in a 6GT, I think. I think so. All right, there's the Australian version of the old Skittles rifle. Very nice. Looks good. Get on a plane. That's not how you spell plane, tree feller. Damn Aussies. That looks good. Looks really good. That stuff held up really good. If you guys are interested in like making a rifle badass, but like really different, it's called ATF on YouTube. All Things Fun, hydrographics. And they got everything from really cool stuff to some god-awful ugly shit. But he'll take your rifle completely apart, or the chassis or whatever you want done. He'll basically blast it, Cerakote it, and coat it, and then put a clear Cerakote over the top of it. And it's pretty damn durable. For as many years as I had, like I took that thing to Wyoming, drug it through the mud and the rain and everything else, and thing held up really good. You know, like where the Arca rail was, where I'd slide on my bipod and stuff. A couple little nicks here and there, whatever. You know, it's a tool. But if you want something really cool, check them out. ATF. Tell them I sent you because it's been a long time. I've had that rifle for quite a while. Well, it's not a rifle. It's a chassis for a while now. I rock it. Let's see. 6GT shoots lights out, so I ain't complaining. Yeah. I tell you what, I think X-Ring's going to do a video on it. We're talking about cartridges, though. You know, and everything, for the most part, 90% of the, probably 100% of the PRS top shooters are shooting some type of 6 something, right? And you got all these different dashers and prancers and vixens and all this crazy shit, GTs and BRs and Creed. And at the end of the day, you're taking most everybody's shooting like a 105 or a 109, and they're trying to either jam it into a really short case, which has trouble feeding sometimes, or whatever. And then they're trying to get a certain speed. So now you're taking the same bullet from a 6 Creedmoor, a Dasher, or BR, you know, and the list goes on and on. And some of the calibers, they haven't got perfect yet, so you will see some feeding issues unless you're running like the back plate of the mag, you know, making it so it works. But there's all these little things, but at the end of the day, the speeds are what they are. So you're trying to get less recoil, but you're trying to get a certain speed. And then like the 6 Creedmoor, the reason why I keep saying it is like the 6 Creedmoor, it's a bigger case, right? So I have more area or volume to make a faster bullet if I want. But then I get so fast that now I'm wearing out my barrel too fast. But at the end of it, after it leaves the barrel, they're all the same bullet. Now they're all going basically the same speed. But like the Dasher, the BR, some of these cases like really suck when it comes to like reloading. So like, you know, you may only get two reloads out of it, or sometimes 1 or 3, you know, and then you got something else like the 6 Creedmoor. The brass seems to hold up a little bit better. You know, so it's just all this weird stuff, but at the end of the day, it's the same damn bullet. It's pretty much the same recoil. So if you run a 6 Creed and you're running at like 29 or 3,000, and, you know, and then you got the Dasher, and it's basically you're using less powder, but you're trying to get the same speed. So I don't know. There's just Dasher cases suck at feeding. Yeah, Dasher and gas has been a pain in the rear. Damn voice to text whistle driving. 6GT shoots lights out, so I ain't complaining. Doing a Dasher and a gas currently. GT and gas. Yeah, and I can see the reasons for that. You can run, basically in the 15 platform, the AR-15 and not the AR-10. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not into that. 40-degree shoulders feed like shit. Dasher cases suck. Yeah, so there's all these little things, and it's so weird because you went from 6.5 Creedmoor. It was like the magic freaking cure all over the 308. It was like godly, right? And then they're like, I got an idea. Let's take the 6.5, turn it into a 6, and it'll be a 6 Creedmoor with the same brass, and it'll be less recoil and all this stuff. I don't know. I think, a perfect example is Allison Zane, unless she's going to switch out this year. She's been shooting freaking 6 Creedmoor her entire career of shooting, and she uses a 223 trainer, but with no muzzle brake to get the recoil of the 6 Creedmoor, by the way. And but it's like even if 6 Creedmoor, which I'm not saying it's the better cartridge because it don't matter at the end of the day. It's whatever you got. ARC is the AR-15. Okay, there you go. Yeah, it's still in the AR-10. Thank you. Is she's shot that long enough to understand the wind on it. You know what I mean? So she's comfortable with that. And that's where I'm at this year. Is like, Kenny's like, well, what barrel do you want for, because my old Skittles, whatever you want to call it, the 6 Creedmoor is getting to the point after this next match where I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna shoot, and it's probably just gonna be 6 Creedmoor because I got all the brass, I got all the bullets, everything works out well, and it feeds well, so on and so forth. So I'm just gonna stay the same. But it's like everybody just keeps going to this next best magical voodoo, supposedly. It's like, I don't know if that being the case. I know when I was shooting those last matches, I think the last one was Alabama Precision. Was I think the last one we did. My win was so much less. I had to hold so much less with mine than a lot of these guys shooting all this other stuff. So we're at 1 hour and 32 minutes. You guys have a magnificent night. Stay safe. For those of you Aussies, have a great day as well. And we'll see you soon, hopefully. Maybe if I get motivated enough, I might make a video. And if you're new to the channel, which I don't think most of you guys all seen all them names before, but hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. I am trying to grow. I'm almost to 11,000 subscribers. I'm like 4 away or something. It's been there for seems like forever. So you guys have a great night and see you soon. And my mouse is on my TV now, and it won't go down to the bottom. I have no idea how to fix this. Dun, 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 dun. We're gonna have a 24-hour chat tonight. Let's see. Can I get the mouse to go back onto my computer screen? This is crazy. I wish I could show you guys this. Actually, I can. So up here is my computer screen. And see how the mouse is up here? It's not down here. So I can't even end the broadcast. It's not like my screen's touchable. We're partying all night tonight. I need some more tea for this deal. I have no idea. Alt F4. There you go. Thanks, sir. On a Mac? How about on a Mac? Anybody know on a Mac? Come on, you high-tech gizmo gadgets. 22 Creedmoor, yes, the HS, the 22 Creedmoor. Now, the thing I didn't like about that is the Alt F4. Yes, Alt F4. I don't have an Alt, though. I have a Command. Let's try this. Whatever. You know what? Oh, it's doing something. No, come on, mouse. Come back down. See, control F4. I can't get the damn mouse to go down there. Oh, you know, I got an idea. Maybe if I unplug it from the TV, Command is Alt. Command F4. Oh, there we go. Hell yeah. You guys are amazing. I'll hit that X there. You know what? Awesome. Appreciate that. See all these things I learned? I love it. Later, Boofhead. See you guys. Take care. Bending Ballistics. Thank you. Thank you. And you guys have a great night. We go.